Okay, there's an El Dorado County Fire Protection District Board meeting of July 24th. We're gonna go back into open session. Roll call. Here.
Director Owen.
Here.
Director Evanston.
Here.
Director Gilchrist.
Director Gilchrist.
You're on mute, Director Gilchrist.
One of our directors is in Sweden right now. Did you hear us? He was here.
I'm here. I'm sorry, I'm here.
Okay, great.
Mr. Chairman, a quorum has been established.
Thank you. Want to join me for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America. To the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll move to approve the agenda. Second.
All those in favor, we have to take a roll call.
You have
vote.
to poll vote.
Roll vote, yeah. Go ahead.
Director Kreisman.
Aye.
Director Owen.
Aye.
Director Evanston.
Aye.
Director Gilchrist.
Aye.
Okay, item 5, consent calendar. All items approved on a single vote except those pulled for individual discussion and action. Does anybody have anything to pull? No? Okay,
Thank you, motion.
we need a motion to approve the consent.
Hold, Mickey, I have one item. In the June minutes, it references Director Edmondson and he was absent. It should reflect myself, and I think it was item F, just as accuracy, that's all.
Item,
Yeah. There was no 5 days.
under what number was item F?
70A.
Oh, what item were you talking about for F?
Stand by, hold on 1 second, I'm toggling between screens. And page 15 on the Adobe document. Item 8, departmental matters. Item E, it said, Director Edmondson was absent, and I believe I made the motion and Brunton seconded or otherwise. And I think it was a typo. I don't think it was anything major. And that's where I saw a conflict.
Okay, can we get a
Okay.
motion
Okay.
as amended?
Yeah, because we have a motion to approve the consent calendar with the amendment from Director Gilchrist.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Roll.
Director Kreisman.
Aye.
Director Owen. Director Evanston.
Aye.
Director Gilchrist.
Aye.
Item 6, public comment. Any person wishing to address the board on any item that is not on the agenda may do so at this time. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes per person. Nobody in the audience has any public comment? How about online?
I do not have any.
Okay, item 7, report of actions taken in closed session. So there's item A, existing litigation. There's a settlement with OSHA. And we need to approve that. Chief, so
Yes, you'll need a motion.
I need a motion to approve that settlement.
So I'll move that we approve the settlement with OSHA as presented. And I'll second.
Director Kreisman.
Aye.
Director Owen.
Aye.
Director Evanston.
Aye.
Director Gilchrist.
Director Gilchrist.
Director Gilchrist, you're on mute.
Aye.
And item B is being moved to next month's meeting, and we've directed the chief to add some language for reopening. Okay, on to item 8, ceremonial matters.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We, with the untimely passing of Chief Shepherd that we experienced earlier this year, we had a lot of community support that came out and support our agency, support our district, and really kind of helped us navigate through that. And we were very thankful for a lot of the community members that helped us do that. There were some individuals and agencies that really kind of went above and beyond that we felt like we really wanted to publicly recognize and thank them for their support and participation. And the first one that we have for today is Mountain Enterprise. And so we have Scott Reagan. Most of you know Scott, who's here representing Mountain Enterprise. And Mountain Enterprise, they were the ones that stepped up. We had to go to Hawaii to bring Shepherd home. Still trying. They really immediately just stepped up and said, hey, what can we do to help? Because we had to get the family over, some other members over to help bring Shep home. And you know, what do we need to do? And they were right there for us. So it was above and beyond what they did. They facilitated the cost of getting our members and the family flown over to Hawaii and brought back home. So we have a plaque to thank Mountain Enterprise for your support for our agency. And but it's with deepest gratitude, we recognize the unwavering support, compassion, and dedication of your company in assisting our fire district with bringing home. Shep. Your support and generosity for our honor guard and Shepherd's family ensures our fallen brother was returned home with the honor and dignity that he deserved. Your actions exemplify the highest standards of community within our county, and we're forever grateful. So on behalf of the agency, we truly thank Mountain Enterprise for their support. I know you've got a fire background and part of the family as well, so thank you. Another member of our community that really stepped up and helped out is Supervisor Brian Beerkamp. Brian, if you come forward, and I think in this scenario, I'm gonna refer you as just Chief Beerkamp, because I know you stepped up not as a supervisor, but just as a community member. And Chief Beerkamp just kind of reached out and for whatever support we needed, part of the service and the reception and things like that, Chief Beerkamp gave us a lot of financial assistance in making sure that we had that all taken care of. And we truly appreciate your support, and just immediately, you know, you're always here for the community and for our agency. And at one point in time, you know, we shared the same patch, and really appreciate that. So, but for Chief Beerkamp, again, with deepest gratitude, we recognize your unwavering support, compassion, dedication, assisting our fire district, and honoring the life and service of Division Chief Shepherd. Your support and generosity for our fire district and Shepherd family ensured that our fallen brother is memorialized with the highest honor and dignity he deserved. Your actions exemplify the highest standards of community within our county. That's on behalf of the district. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
And the other plaque that we have is for CAL FIRE, their incident management team, and Chief Lincoln, I don't know if you and your group want to come forward, or I know they kind of, well, you guys have the background, and you come forward, but obviously, you know, with the passing of Chief Shepherd, you know, it was something that really just kind of hit us when we got a phone call on a Friday night, and it kind of rocked all our worlds. And as we started working through, okay, what do we need to do, the plans and stuff, our CAL FIRE partners, immediately were, what can we do to help? And we're forever, grateful for those phone calls and stuff. As we started moving through the process, we quickly realized that, this was beyond what our agency could handle, with just the impact to our agency and our personnel. So CAL FIRE, they offered up their incident management team to help coordinate everything, set up the memorial service, walk us through that process, and unfortunately, they're familiar with doing those things. And so, all the things that, the amount of work that went in behind the scenes that anybody that attended the service, would not have known and gone into it. It was tremendous to have them there to help us with that. But I think the best part for me on this is, it wasn't an incident management team that came in and you're doing introductions of, I'm so-and-so, I'm your planning guy, I'm your logistics guy. I mean, these are friends. These are folks we work with day in, day out. So having true friends that were there, that we could call, and their phone numbers are all already in our phones, just really made a very difficult situation just a little bit smoother and easier. So truly appreciate all you guys. And so we have this plaque for the CAL FIRE Indoor El Dorado Unit Incident Management Team. And so our deepest gratitude, we recognize the unwavering support, compassion, dedication for your members and assisting our fire district with the untimely loss of Brother Shep. Your commitment and coordination with our fire district and our honor guard ensured that our fallen brother and his family were honored as they deserve. Your actions exemplify the highest standards of brotherhood within the fire service, and we recognize Chief Blankenheim, who was the unit chief, Chief Martin, who was the incident commander, Chief Hode, who took care of plans, Calvin Richards, Chief Richards was our operations, and then Sean Smith, who was handled the reception, and Jason Moore, who was here to do some logistics. So on behalf of the agency, truly appreciate your support. Thank you guys for your.
We're on to ceremonial badge pinning.
Okay. It's a tough one today, too. Okay, let's move on to a little bit lighter conversation. So we have a couple of members of our agency that have joined our agency that are going to be pinned today with their badges. We also have one of our members that joined our agency as a rank of PAO, which is a paramedic ambulance operator. Mark had been here for a little while as a paramedic ambulance operator, and he inquired to our bridge program. And the paramedic ambulance operators, just for the folks who may not be familiar, these are paramedics that come to our agency. They work on the ambulance as paramedics, but they don't have the firefighter qualifications. Internally, we have a process where we can give them that training, give them certification to transition over to the fire side, where they work on both the ambulance and fire engine as firefighter paramedics. Mark Avalo was one of those gentlemen that completed all of his training, got his firefighter certification, and so we'll pin his firefighter badge on him today. And the other three individuals are new to our agency. So if I could have the four of you just kind of come up over here, I appreciate it. So one of the things we like to do when we have new members that join our agency and they're here to get their badge pin, we ask them to provide us a short bio on themselves. That, so the audience, people here, of course, you may already know these things about these individuals, but for the rest of you, we like to kind of get a little history on them. So Mark Avila is 26 years old. He grew up in Colfax, California, where he currently resides. Mark has been working in EMS for 6 years and has been a paramedic with our district for a little over 2 years. Mark has always enjoyed playing sports, spending time outside, and most importantly, being with family and friends. Mark would like to thank his wife, Maya, for always supporting him and being by his side. Mark is honored to be given the opportunity to serve the county of El Dorado in a firefighter capacity. And today, Mark's firefighter badge will be pinned by his wife, Maya. So, Maya, if you'd like to come forward. Now, I warn you, they didn't line up in order of how we're gonna do this, but next is firefighter Carla Esquara. Did I pronounce that correctly? Carla began her education and her career in 2020, preserving the challenges of a global pandemic. She completed the fire academy in South Lake Tahoe. Immediately, she began assisting with the San Jose Fire Department Women's Boot Camp. Her commitment to education and desire sought opportunities to serve communities beyond the urban centers, where outdoor activities such as hiking and being in the mountains she enjoys. It led Carla to become a volunteer with a seasonal firefighter. While volunteering, Carla pursued her EMT certification and found a new love in EMS. Carla began working at Barton Memorial Hospital up in South Lake Tahoe to learn more about the medical side of EMS. It was during that time that she decided to pursue her paramedic certification through the UC Davis Fire Department. While completing her paramedic training, Carla also worked for AMR Ambulance, further strengthening her skills and dedication for patient care. Carla's dreams of firefighting and paramedicine came together when she began her employment here at El Dorado County. She is excited to get back to an environment and community that she loves. And today, Carla will be pinned by her father, Stephen Esquara. Stephen, you come forward. Gabe Taylor. Gabe Taylor is 29 years old and was born in Walnut Creek, California, and raised in Pittsburgh, California. Prior to moving to Folsom, Gabe grew up in the Bay Area until he joined and served in the Air Force at Travis Air Force Base as an active duty firefighter. He proposed to his fiance, Madison, back in May of this year, and they have a baby girl expected to join them any day now. Gabe is excited to become a father and a husband. During his time off, he enjoys spending time with Mad's family, golfing, and softball with her and her friends. Gabe is excited to serve, grow, and learn with the El Dorado County Fire Protection District. And today, firefighter Taylor will be pinned by his fiance, Madison. Firefighter Stone, Merkley, we'll get to you. Stone was born, raised, and currently lives in South Lake Tahoe. Stone's journey to the fire service began in 2020 after a near-death motorcycle accident. Now 27, Stone is proud to represent El Dorado County Fire Protection District. He attended the Lake Tahoe Community College Fire Academy and graduated spring of 2024 as battalion commander of this class. After academy, Stone worked on the Silver State Hotshot Crew for the Bureau of Land Management. In his first season of fires, Stone earned the Silver State Hotshot of the Year. With commitment to pride and devotion, Stone is excited to continue his career serving El Dorado County. And Stone will be pinned by a significant other, Nora. It's a lot trickier. Mhm.
Here we go.
Okay, one last thing. Now that they've been pinned, they need to take their oath of office. So if you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
Gabe Taylor,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the policies of the El Dorado County Fire Protection District,
and the policies of the El Dorado County Fire Protection District,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Welcome to our family. Welcome to our fire family. So you guys are, for the family and these folks, you're obviously welcome to stay for our board meeting. If you don't really want to stay for the board meeting, that's okay. But, we'll give you guys a couple of minutes if you want to get some photos and stuff outside. Thank you all.
Thank you.
We really did it. I mean,
Have a good day. Good seeing you. Very good to see Yeah.
well, that's good.
Well, what's next for her? Yeah.
Perfectly doing it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Good to see you. Take care, Dusty. Thank you.
She might be a little rough, she might
Pretty bad on this one.
Yeah, apparently those new ones. Yeah, we already have.
You're seeing somebody you need blood.
Still got you.
100%.
So are we ready to go
Yes.
to
Yes, sir.
time sensitive matters, item number 22561 hearing? Directors to conduct an open hearing on the matter of Assembly Bill 2561 amendment to the Myers Millis Brown Act.
Drew is opening the public hearing to that, and then we'll close it when we get to that item on the agenda.
So do we have to read it?
Nope. We'll just now move on to 10.
Okay, okay. So, oh, we just opened that.
We just opened.
Okay. Departmental matters, item A, resolution 2025-09, collection of voter approved special taxes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Please find resolution 2025-09 regarding the collection of the assessment and voter approved special taxes. This resolution will supersede resolution 2024-04. The intent of resolution 25-09 will allow the continued collection of assessment and voter approved special taxes within the areas of Paul Pines, Camino, Pleasant Valley, Strawberry, Golden Lows, and Northside. Staff would recommend the board approve resolution 2025-09, collection of assessment and voter approved special taxes. And attached to the staff report, you have the resolution and the SCI report. As the board is aware, this is an annual thing that we have to do to keep those voter approved taxes on the tax.
Are there
That, not any questions.
any public comment on this item? Board comments? I mean, we do this every year. There's no, I mean, we wish there was a COLA increase, but it's a flat rate and so do I have a motion to approve it?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-09. Second.
Director Benjamin?
Aye.
Director Logan?
Aye.
Director Anderson?
Aye.
Director Hillcrest?
Aye.
Item B, administrative, 2025 ALS non-transporting agreement.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The El Dorado County Fire Protection District is required to maintain an ALS non-transport agreement with the county of Lemza. This agreement pertains to the ALS services provided by the fire district and does not include or incorporate the JPA resources. The proposed agreement meets the requirements of the county and the state level to ensure that ALS delivery from El Dorado County Fire Protection District. It should be noted that the ECF ALS non-transport agreement being considered by the board of directors is the result of a significant amount of time, research, and dedication by Chief Adams and firefighter paramedic Brad Gates. Staff would recommend the board of directors approve the 2025 ALS non-transport agreement for the El Dorado County Fire Protection District. And attached to the staff report is the ALS non-transport agreement. And again, this is for the ALS service that we provide from the engines and does not incorporate the JPA or the ambulance service.
Is there any public comment on this item? Board comment?
I got a chance to review it and it looks like a really good, looks like a really great. service. Thank you to those who put the time in. Yeah.
They did a tremendous job.
I agree with that. It's a massive document with a lot of work that went into it.
Chair, I'll move that we approve the El Dorado County Fire ALS non-transport agreement.
I'll second.
Director Benjamin?
Aye.
Director Logan?
Aye.
Director Anderson?
Aye.
Director Hillcrest?
Aye.
Item C, administrative, this is where we hit it, AB 2561, local public employees vacant position.
So we'll close the public hearing and then
We're closing the public hearing on that item, and now we're gonna discuss and review.
thank you, Mr. Chair. On September 22nd, 2024, Governor Newsom signed Assembly Bill 2561 into law, becoming effective January 1st, 2025. The law amends the Miles Brown Act by adding section 3502-3 to the government code. This law requires that public agencies presents the status of vacancies, recruitment, and retention efforts during a public hearing before the governing board at least once prior to the fiscal year, once per fiscal year. Because the district adopts an annual budget, the presentation must be made prior to the adoption of the final budget. During the hearing, the district shall identify any necessary changes to policies, procedures, and or recruitment activities that may lead to obstacles in the hiring process. There have not been any changes to policies or procedures that will further lead to obstacles in the hiring process. If the number of job vacancies in a single bargaining unit meets or exceeds 20% of the total number of authorized full-time positions, the district shall, upon request by the recognized employee organization, include the following information: the total number of job vacancies within the bargaining unit, the total number of applicants for vacant positions within the bargaining unit, the average number of days to complete the hiring process from when a position is posted, and opportunities to improve compensation and other working conditions. The recognized employee organization for a bargaining unit is entitled to make a presentation at the public hearing mentioned above. There have been no changes to policies or procedures that would further lead to the obstacles in the hiring process. The biggest challenge in the hiring process continues to be a lack of qualified applicants. The number of vacancies in a single bargaining unit does not meet or exceed 20% of the total number of authorized full-time positions. The only action required by the board of directors is to hold a public hearing regarding AB 2561 and provide the opportunity for bargaining unit to address the board of directors regarding their perspectives pertaining to vacancies. That's it. So
This is state law.
it's a state law, something that the board will start to see annually. We don't meet that or exceed that 20% threshold of vacant positions, so.
Okay. Is there public comment?
Yeah.
Is there any public comment on this item? The board comment on this? Okay. So every year we have to read this.
Yeah.
It's a new piece.
Yes, you will.
As prior to our budget.
Prior to the adoption of the final budget.
So should the district be looking at a report, some sort of a standard report that outlines the total number of job vacancies, number of applicants that we've received, and days to complete? And while I understand qualified applicants are one of our biggest challenges for the district, should we be looking at saying what the reporting standards would be associated with finding those? And so I ask this as a question to say, how do we improve our recruiting efforts and to fill those spaces? So I'm looking for the other directors, Edmondson and Ogun, with your vast experience in the fire service, what your perspective is on that.
While they're contemplating, I guess I would say I was at the Fire Chief Summit in Florida last week, and recruitment, retention, hiring, finding applicants. I'm not sure how many conversations I had in group settings, but it still remains a nationwide challenge that, we're not alone. The firefighter paramedic position is still a very hard position to recruit and,
I mean, the only advantage we've been having is having the PAO model and then finding POs that want to transition into becoming firefighters, which is amazing. It's a fantastic program that we have, so. I mean, Paul, this is a bill that we have to do if we exceed 20%.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't really, I mean, we're trying to fill positions all the time, so, I mean, doing the best we can in every way to fill positions. And the PAO model has been really helpful, but if we can find existing firefighter paramedics, we always are looking at them, it's just the pool is so limited. And it just is what it is. And
Well, and this is where I look and see where we presented the PAO model and ahead of the curve of many agencies. What can we be doing as an agency ahead of that curve to bring qualified, enthusiastic resources to the district? And I look at it and this is where I feel like I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out relative to the fire service. And our district has phenomenal opportunities of diversity of activities and work that can be done by those wearing the uniform, where other agencies don't have that. And so this is where I look to those in the fire service to say, how can we promote county fire as a destination place for resources to come, have diversity in training, diversity in activities, and be fulfilled in the work they do. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, Paul, I'll jump in here. So I think I'm gonna dovetail somewhat on what the chief just said. So in the exposure I have through a lot of different avenues in the fire service still today, I would say he's absolutely right. It's a nationwide issue. It's not a local or regional issue. It's a nationwide issue. Second of all is, I think it's a matter of doing a process that's ongoing. It's a living, breathing process. This agency's been doing that for a while now. And what I will say is, from somebody who's worked both inside the agency and has had a long tenure of looking from outside into the agency, what I would say is El Dorado County Fire is doing a better job at most of this than most other agencies that surround us regionally or in the state. I just was in San Diego just recently with some agencies down there, and we are light years ahead of where they are in the San Diego County region right now. So it's not that we can't say we can't do it better. I think a good, healthy conversation that's ongoing with our labor group and with admin and our board continues to move that forward. And I think as we report out over time to meet the requirements of this bill, we're not gonna have to have an annual meeting to read the bill. We're already doing it month in and month out. And so I think the PAO model has developed a significant change for us. The bridge program has proved to be successful so far. And I think we're navigating that as well as anybody in the country is right now. Especially taking into consideration the challenges we have. We're doing okay. And you bring up some good points, but I think, and again, I don't want to make it sound like we can't do anything and we shouldn't do anything. I think we're doing a fairly good job of a holistic discussion ongoing all the time about how do we improve it. So that's just my perspective. Maybe somebody will educate me and tell me I'm wrong, but I think just from looking outside, that's what I see.
Yeah, and I agree. I think this what document we're looking at, it's a little bit more old school. It used to be back in the day, a department would give a hiring test every few years. And once a year, you would fill whatever vacancies, but now we have continual filing. And every time a vacancy comes up, we're filling it. But by refreshing that hiring list, we're always getting people who are just coming into the market. And, I think our PAO model is really what set us, different. And then once people come in, we give them the abilities, hey, do you want to cross over? Do you want to bridge? Educational opportunities. So it's not just recruiting people, but retaining them too, doing what we can to keep those employees engaged and happy and wanting to stay here, because that's part of the recruitment too, is word of mouth. People know healthy agencies versus unhealthy agencies. So, you know, can we look at things down the road to do? Yeah, we'll keep our eyes open, and I think we're pretty advanced as far as that. We're not stuck in old ways. So, but I think we are right in the top tier, you know, what we can be doing. If there was something else I was aware of, we'd take a look at it, but I think we're doing really good.
Well, and I think, I mean, we have some representatives from our labor unit here today. I think we've been pretty proactive at reaching out and talking with our labor unit and listening to time to adjustments, so. I think we need to just keep that up, and then maybe we ramp it up, but I think overall, from the big perspective of what this bill is trying to accomplish, I think we're in a good spot. We can just keep improving and refining it.
Go ahead.
Afternoon, board. David Gomez, Labor Secretary of 3556. I think you guys are all hitting the nail on the head. I know Director Gilchrist basically said what a lot of the line feels of. This agency is a great agency to work for. And I know with the board and the local, we're constantly having those conversations. And I think truthfully, a lot of it ends up coming to what we always have discussions on, is wages and benefits. And I think both parties are constantly trying to figure out where we can meet in the middle. That doesn't affect the district in a negative manner, but keeps that retention of the individuals that we want to keep here and the individuals that want to keep working here, so.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay,
Thank you. And I concur with everything everyone said. And I think for the pride of our district and what has occurred, continuous discussion and promotion of the value that the district brings to the community, safety of our personnel is paramount, and how we go forward. And so I appreciate the comments. I think it's spot on with what I am personally looking for and what the district delivers to the community.
And I think as we discuss things with our elected representatives at the state level, it gives us some really good talking points of what we need from,
Copy that.
of what we need from them.
Yes.
okay. On to item 11, board matters. The one thing I know we're looking to do eventually with the annexation is the creation of a new set of board policies. That's a flexible, right?
Yeah, that's on the agenda, the working group, it's on our checklist.
Right. That's the only thing I have to say about that. That's something that we're working on, and hopefully we'll get that done sooner than later. Okay, committee reports, standing committees, budget and finance. Okay, so the budget and finance committee met on July 15th at Station 28 at 9 o'clock in the morning. Chief Cordero was there, Chief Dutch, Director Gilchrist, and myself, Michael O, Phil Lewandowski was there, and Robert Merrick. We reviewed the 24-25 year-to-date, results will be available from the county in September of 25, so we don't have the final results for that. The 25-26 preliminary budget, there's no modification until we review at mid-year. We talked about succession planning for a financial officer. The committee will meet with a prospective candidate on July 22nd, which we did. I'll just throw that in. We met with a gentleman and we're waiting to hear back from him if he's interested, and then we'll go from there. Legislative updates, SB 660. Director Keisman contacted the state controller's office to set up the time to meet with the state controller to possibly inform the study. And so they're reaching out to me to give me a date. SB 696 Fire District tax exemption was passed by the state Senate Committee 5-0 and was held in the Appropriations Committee, meaning it was killed. Hell means death. ERAF, Directors Keisman and Gilchrist will continue to correspond with Assembly Member Hadwick's office on reimbursement of ERAF deductions as a state budget item. That's gonna be a long-term thing. On PILTs, Director Keisman contacted the Department of Interior and the head of PILT disbursements for clarification on how the funds are generated and how they can be spent. And so I've been talking to them about that. DSP ECF annexation, Chief Cordero updated the committee that the annexation process continues to progress through LAFCO. Finance campaign messaging topics, Director Gilchrist and the Communications Committee will prepare brief vignettes for approval by the Finance Committee. The objective will be to create a set of revenue and expense video vignettes. Each vignette will focus on various top budget class items. The committee plans to educate the public on district funding needs. And we adjourn. Thank you. That's it on that committee. How about communications and outreach? Director Gilchrist? Mark's not here.
Our next meeting is August 15th. Nothing else to report.
JPA, we met at the end of last month. I don't know if there's.
They approved the individual contracts.
Yeah, we should do individual travel. With also the clarification that they're gonna add on that piece on how the UAL
Is calculated.
is calculated. So that is on there as a clarification onto our contract. I'm writing that up, I think, right now, but they agreed to do that. Ad hoc committees, facilities and equipment,
Nothing to report.
human resources. DSP, ECF annexation working group.
So the working group met on July 9th. We kind of went over the update where we're at in the LAFCO process. Chief Gallagher and I just received an email last week, from LAFCO. The first step at the county auditor assessor's office is wrapping up, so we should move into negotiations. Should get notified on that here any day now. The MOUs, we got the TAs and we're looking to ratify the locals MOU and the admin team, the TA's been done. They're compiling all of that into their MOU. The post annexation board makeup, Chief Gallagher and I met with the county GIS and Jennifer Carlton is working on that mapping project for us. We talked briefly about the update on the deputy chief positions and the reorganization on the command team. We had a discussion on the county negotiations piece, and then we're meeting with the Taxpayer Association on August 11th to give them an update on where we're at with the annexation piece. And then there was some discussion regarding the new SCBA's and the apparatus and where stuff is going from there. So
All right, correspondence and communication, fire engine and medical statistics.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. In your packet, you'll see the stats for our engines and medics during the month of June. Call in high, crews have been very busy. I will say that truck 28 responded to a apartment fire in Campbell Park, and that was his first water on fire. So that it's no longer a brand new truck anymore. It's actually very clear. You'll see all the stats for our companies within the packet there, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Any questions? On to the fire chief's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For the city of Placerville, the annual fireworks show for Placerville was canceled due to the fire that you probably saw in Sparta. And we are working with the Placerville Police Department for the upcoming National Night Out. That's Tuesday, August 5th. The JPA, the recruitment working group is continuing to work on the draft job descriptions for the additional administrative support positions within the JPA. We have a meeting coming up week after next with that working group to hopefully finalize those job descriptions. For the district, Chief McVeigh officially retired on July 14th. And we appreciate his years of dedicated service to the district. Captain Andrew Lemos is being moved into an acting division chief position, and he will be assigned to Battalion 21C behind the vacancy of Chief McVeigh. I'm also pleased to announce that Jacob Pagansky has been promoted to the rank of Division Chief Fire Marshal. Chief Pagansky has been in the Prevention Bureau since April, and we'll schedule a formal promotional ceremony for him in the future. Red Hawk Casino hosted our Truck 28 open house along with Travel Fire on July 21st. We were there for a few hours in the morning. It was pretty well attended. The request for the development impact fees for additional equipment for Truck 28 was submitted to the county, and the board of supervisors approved that request on July 15th. That was for the additional CBA stuff that we needed to make the impacts functional. The district completed our annual voluntary health screening during the month of June. Thank you to Chief Dutch for his coordination on this annual event. Staff will be attending the Weber Creek stakeholders meeting on July 26th here in Placerville. Chief Gallagher and I will be making a presentation at the Taxpayers Association on August 11th. Chief Daniels and Captain Andreas continue to do the research for our agency on the transition away from radio mobile to tablet command for dispatch and communication within our apparatus. And that has kind of just become a countywide movement, I would say. I don't think you'll see anybody left on radio mobile. CAL FIRE statewide is going to the tablet command. It's quite a bit more robust than we have with our radio mobile program. So we should be transitioning that over the next couple of months. We do have an event coming up for the Texas Hill Fire Safe Council. That's this Saturday from 10 to noon here. So we'll be participating in that. The job announcement for the position of deputy chief has been flown internally. For our internal candidates, the closing date is August 15th. Chief Gallagher and I are working on that testing process right now, getting that put together. The district will be hosting an engineer promotional exam beginning July 28th to establish a new list for engineers. And just as kind of an FYI, if you haven't seen or heard, the county CAO Tiffany Schmidt has submitted her resignation from that position. We've not yet heard who the suits are going to replace that position with. We've received communications, but change at the top there. Send my report. Answer your questions.
Did she say when she was leaving? Was it
It's August 15th.
she only gave him like a month notice?
Well, it referenced a 60-day notification within her contract, but it got publicized like July 5th or something, so.
Looking short stay too.
So I, with regards to the, deputy chief position, what involvement has the HR committee had or partaking in that and steps going forward?
So the deputy fire chief position was approved by the board. So that job description has been approved. And now we're working on, we've got the flyer out with position and we're developing the testing process. And
So how does Director Edmondson and Director Ogan fall into the evaluation process? And I just don't know. I'm looking for understanding on how that's gonna work going forward.
Yeah, it hasn't been determined. Typically, the board interviews and hires and appoints the fire chief. Positions below that are handled by the fire chief and below. So that's why I'm working with Chief Gallagher on that, developing the testing process.
we've had some good conversations. Paul. With the chiefs over this, so I think so far we're comfortable with where we're moving forward.
Okay, and I'm just looking and to say, how is our HR committee engaged with it? And no disrespect, chief, I get it. You report to the board, yet whoever is that potential candidate will be, potentially could be the next chief and how we go forward. So that's where I'm looking to the HR committee in their involvement with it.
I think, I understand your point, Director Gilchrist, but I would argue that would hold true at every promotion. I mean, we could promote an engineer on this next list that could end up being fire chief. So.
And I might say, wait a minute, timeout. And just need to understand that. That's all I'm looking for from the HR committee.
Yeah, it's been an ongoing discussion, Paul, and multiple meetings, and like I said, we're comfortable with where we're headed so far. There's been a lot of good
Okay.
conversation.
Okay,
So any, board comments, item 15? Nope. Paul? Any board
Nope.
comments? Any future agenda items, our next regularly scheduled board meeting will be August 21. So I have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion for adjournment.
All in favor? You have to take a vote.
Dr. Hartman,
Aye.
Director Oben,
All right.
Dr. Evanston,
Aye.
Director Gilchrist.
aye.
Thank you.